bawal magkasakit. We have to be an athlete this time. So, kailangan namin ilapon lahat ng 50 shows na yun kasi never yung magkaka-alternate. So, yun yung magiging preparation even for the rehearsals. Kailangan namin ng stamina, kailangan namin pangalagaan ng isa't isa. Ayun. Sa akin, yun ang preparation.
Andiyan naman si P. Pag-alam mo yung parts ko, ha? Senior na ako, kaya naman maging senior, di ba?
Oh my God, vitamins, supplements, and we are studying each other's parts anyway, and a lot of prayers. So, ngayon pa lang we're really, wala nang mas lalakas pa sa lakas galing sa prayer. So, because we like to really be blended, and ako kasi as an actor, medyo selfish ako sa role ko. I really own my character in Bona, in Night Mother, in all the other plays, because I want to grow with it. But God willing, hindi kami magkasakit. And rest assured sa mga bibili ng ticket, ako po ang lalabas.
Wala siyang God will.
And also, sobrang rare na opportunity for us to be having those number of shows. Kasi ngayon mahirap na yung 24 shows, ang hirap na niya po na yan. And with your help po, makatulong pong mabayaran po kami. We're really grateful to have this opportunity kasi bihira lang po yung ganito kahabang run.
Siguro po maghubad. Secret. Yun.
Siguro sa akin, ma-maintain yung energy. Bilang artista kasi kailangan talaga alagaan namin yung katawan namin. Kahit umiidad ka na, pero yung nabibigay na role sa'yo ay medyo mas bata. Alam mo yung energy. Pero, youngsta na pa rin yung energy.
Ay, sige po. Siguro bago comedy, kasi serious actor po ito. Lagi namang may bago. Yun nga yung masaya sa live theater eh. Kahit nga same show yung ginagawa nyo, pero bawat show, bawat labas nyo, may iba. So yun yung masarap doon na ready kayo sa ibabato ng isa't isa. So ito, papunta pa lang kami sa rehearsals. Doon pa lang din namin madidiscover kung, may bagong offer, ganyan. Kasi yung rehearsal pa lang namin for this event, marami ng mga surprises at nagiging fan kami lalo ng isa't isa. Ay, bet ko yung ginawa niya, mga ganon. Yun po.
No, they did not offer it to me. It took them a while to offer it to me. It took them a while. Why? Sila na lang. Sige, direct Melvin.
Hindi naman, when we thought of, yung idea ng septic tank ay nanggaling sa marketing and PR namin, no? Just yun. Tapos, siyempre automatic yun. So pag nung sinabi, sige, sasama natin ang septic tank sa season, ang automatic nun, so siyempre kailangan kausapin si Marlon at si Chris bilang mga IP owners. Ang susunod nun, kailangan sulatan na si Oge. At saka ahead dito, as in last, ngayon, May ngayon, di ba? Last year pa to ang pagsusulat, ang communication, no? So, para din mabigyan sila, kasi isusulat pa, di ba? Kasi original din, no? Kahit pa mayroong sinundan ng mga series, original ito dahil sa theater nga. Tapos, kailangan din nilang mag-prepare, no? So, lalo na si Ogen sa schedule niya. So yun. So, automatic. Parang hindi naman talaga, katulad nung sinabi ni Chris dun sa video, imposible na magagawin mo yung septic. Tapos, hindi si Ogen yung gaganap, diba? Yung ganon. So
you work around your schedule?
Yeah, in a way, yes. But because we message her, hindi naman. Parang when we wrote to her na, Caps ha, gagawin ang gawin ng septic tank at sa ganitong panahon. Ayun, ganun yung information. Tapos parang, wala naman ding problema kasi nga mayroong lead time for her to accommodate it in her schedule.
Una, matagal ko nang alam yung Septic 4 nung kinusap ko ng PETA, di ba? So kami ni
So
Chris
last
Owen-
year pa.
Oo, ang tagal na. Ang hirap na magtago kasi may pinirmahan kami bawal sabihin, di ba? Tapos siya talaga yung pinaka-inikutan namin. So, parang kausap natin si Uge, kung nakausap mo na ba? So, kanya-kanya kaming message siya kanya naliwalay para kausapin. Kasi hindi siya tatayo kung wala si Eugene Domingo. I mean, the franchise was built around her, right? So, we really had to do it this way. And then, yung mga cast naman, kasi teatro nga naman ito, di ba? Sabi ko, ayoko mag-direct, kasi mas maribel, alam mo maribel mag-direct ng teatro, kaya ko ng pelikula, di ba? At gusto ko maging artista this time. Gusto ko, I've always wanted to get into the world of septic tank. I think ito yung pinaka-meta. May parang, didirect kita doon, pero naging, pumasok ako dito. Kaya naging parang as ourselves. Goldie Vera, Joshua, Melvin.
Yeah.
So naging, we all have to play ourselves.
How
because
did the
this is how it works.
So after yun nga, locking in the IP of Septic Tank and securing Miss Eugene, nag-meeting yung artistic staff din kung para, sige, how will we best present let's say Philippine theater? So dapat may mga representation. So nag-profile muna kami, ano bang dapat sa paggawa ng play? Ano yung mga nandoon? So dapat meron kang veteranang actress, meron kang producer, meron kang director, meron kang main lead and all. Then after that, dun kami nag-list ng mga sinong pwedeng kausapin and i-invite. Then after nun, yung sinabi ni Sir Chris Martinez kanina, he had to interview them para talagang tailor-fit yung roles sa kanila. And bukod doon, make sure na they represent yung nga yung roles na meron yung Philippine Theater. So dun po nagsibason yung sila JC, sina Joshua Limso and all. So we had to look for a playwright and all, and yun nga, yung mga iba't iba pang mga kaibigan din ni Miss Eugene para maglaro yung dynamics na yun. So that's the process.
So happy ka naman, Eugene. Okay. Happy ka.
Super.
Actually, hinihintay ko talaga na arte ko si Melvin Lee. Si Andoy, alam mo yun, ang tagal. So, JC pa, hindi first time? Si JC, first time din.
First time din,
Oo,
yes.
so, it's so exciting. Sobrang excited kami because it's not only going to be very creative, it's gonna be fun and wild, you know.
Sana po for your Anyway, ako po si Flecha Bravo. Yung una po, inas ko muna po syempre yung consent ng mga actors, kung ano po ba yung limitation sa kanila. Kailangan ko po yun malaman, baka mamaya may gusto po akong pagawa na super di po nila kaya, ayaw naman po nila gawin. So, consent first. And then, of course, research. Nung sinabi na Ugeng-geng, ako po ay malapit na nakatira sa streets. So, alam ko po kung paano ko sila nakikita ko sumayaw. So, ito po Ugeng-geng pa lang naman po yung natatouch namin. Ang gusto ko po sana, dapat parang competition style to. Parang, alam niyo yung baranggayang competition, gano'n. Yun, tsaka meron din pong mga cultural appropriation. Kasi kailangan din natin silang i-respect. Dahil yung katulad po ng Butots ay kultura na po ng Pilipino yun. Ano pa? Wala naman pong difficulty kasi nagsa-start pa lang po kami. But ako po, personally, I'm very excited and also nervous dahil madami po kaming surprise. Hindi ko po alam kung hanggang saan yung pwede kong sabihin. Pero yung range ng dance from street to maybe Broadway, baka yun yung aabangan natin. So, well, yun po.
Marami pa kami na-mention. Marami pa kami na-mention na parang kailangan kasi, sabi nga naman ni Chris, it's supposed to be fun, but it's supposed to be a love letter to Philippine theater. I know there's a lot of vitriol about, what are you doing, bakit kayo tamad, bakit kayo naging manhid. But it's really a love letter to everyone here. So if Joel Saracho is mentioned as ng taong tumatanda, di ba? Kasi totoo din naman, di ba? Totoo din naman si Joel Saracho lang. So kailangan I think it's a unique time, it's a very unique time. I don't think it can happen again. Septic 4 happening now because we still know about each other, we know of each other, di ba? Rodi Vera wala din si Roddy Vera, di ba? Kaya sinisiraan namin siya, di ba? Kasi wala siya, di ba? Hindi siya, no? So yung ganong klaseng tema, we want to refer to a lot of people. Of course, we're also channeling some kind of our favorite directors, di ba? Actually, may mga Anton Juan siya, may mga Tumabeza, di ba? I think and Septic Tank in Spirits has always been referential. It has always referred to what was happening at that moment. So, ako for me, the most exciting obviously is that I know all these people. I've known since 15 years ago, longer than that. I worked with Nelly Casodio, I know everyone. Ang bago na dito si Joshua, pero syempre, parang ka-person yun, di ba? Kasi hindi available si Roddy Vera, so si Joshua nito ka lang, di ba? Which is a blessing, by the way. So yun, for me, I went to theater like 1982, and I have been off theater for the longest since the 90s. This is my first time to come back to theater, so I'm just excited to be here, and I'm happy that the choreography, kaya kailangan ko ng 50 shows, kasi kailangan ko ng 50 shows, bago ma-memorize yung damn rap, di ba? So yun, I'm just really excited to come back, and I'm really excited na tuligsain at i-mention, in-name drop ang aming lahat ng kaibigan sa teatro at ma-mention silang lahat.
Ako din kilala ko lahat, but this is the first time I'm working with everyone as co-actors. Tapos, ang excited po ako ay matuto sa kanila dahil nire-respeto ko talagang lahat ng mga nandito on stage. Lahat ng mga rehearsal moments namin, meron kami natututunan from each other. And I know everyone would agree with me. First day pa lang ng rehearsal namin, Dropbox na si Miss Uge. So, siya may pinakamahabang line, pero siya yung natatanging Dropbox sa aming lahat. So, things like that, parang na-inspire kami ng mga katrabaho namin.
Yes.
Congrats, go!
Hello po, Naila Castel po. Part of the ensemble. Syempre po, I'm fairly new in this theater industry. So, I'm very grateful na itong mga taong to pinapanood ko lang noon sa TV, sa hindi naman po, Nung bata po ako. At nakaka-inspire po na makita yung acting process nila kasi doon din po talaga ako natututo. Ayun po. Maraming salamat.
Then siguro din from maganda rin kasi itong avenue na production na ito. Alam niyo naman sa PETA, magsi-60 na kami. At iba-iba na kami ng generation. Sila, mga bago, mga aplikante namin. So magandang nag-meet, ito yung magandang avenue na kung saan nag-meet yung mga young and the seasoned. Diba? Season, okay? So yun, parang kasi there's merong exchange na magaganap. At I guess, sa mga productions sa katulad nito, yun dun mo ma-address yung generational gap na tinatawag. Dahil meron kayong isang production na tinatrabaho na kung saan pantay-pantay kami na kami ay mga aktor, walang kinalaman ng aming tenure at stay sa kumpanya or sa theater, but because we are doing something new, so pare-pareho namin ita-traverse yung process ng paggawa ng Septic Tank 4 ng Together. At hindi namin tinitingnan kung, bagets ka lang or something, ay kami ay hindi gano'n. So yun yung magandang maidudulot ng mga produksyon na katulad nito.
May sumasagot pala siya dito. Septic Bomb kasi was about acting, di ba? There are 3 types of acting in my book, di ba? So naging parang anchor scene yun, key scenes yun. So that's why we wanted to also reference that in Septic 1. Alam mo, ito mga usapin na yung PETA na nagtatablo every 4 o'clock. Totoo na din naman kasi, di ba? Totoo din naman kasi. At saka yung gano'n yung pag-gano'n ng rep, yung ka-look up. Totoo din naman kasi. So ibig sabihin, placement, ibang placement, no? Ibang placement yung BUP. So, alam mo yun, sabi ko, kami kasi ni Chris, of course, we've been involved in theater for the longest time. I've been with the PETA board like for 15 years, di ba? So I've been the trustees for the longest time. So parang, I've always been also rooted in theater. So yung itong lahat ng ito pinapanood namin, alam na namin, di ba? It's not kumbaga sinasabi din naman pag nagkakalasingan, di ba? Sabihin na sa stage para pagkakitaan, di ba? Tama. Gawin ang content. O, alam mo yan, ha? Gawin content, di ba?
At least, nasa proper channel.
We're safe. Actually, si Chris Martinez as a writer is really interesting. I've known Chris since he was in college. I recruited him to become my copywriter for basic advertising. So I've known him for the longest time. Ganun si Chris. Pag nag-uusap kami, nag-iinuman kami, pag may sinabi ka, maaalala niya yun. Chris is a collector of, ano yun, konting mga quotes, di ba? Sabi niya, ano masarap ng tahe, lasang ubing lasang tahe. Lahat ng bagay na yan, pag may sinabi ka, this earshot, maalala niya yan. Years later, nasa script ka na niya. So, Chris is like that. He collects all these lines. And kaya nga, yung nandiyan si Chris Martinez, baka maka-quote tayo dyan, di ba? So, itong lahat ito, collection ko na lahat ng narinig namin. But I think, I really want to go back to the idea that this is really a love letter to the theater, to the community. So sana, we take it in good faith. Joel Saracho, he knows what he's saying behind his back and in front of him. Diba? So ano yun?
May definition of terms. But we're very mindful of that, na hopefully, syempre may mga referencing ka ng mga taga-theater. Pero hopefully, kumbaga, meron ka ding mga representation or may context clues naman na gagawin sa play. Kumbaga parang, di pag nakuha mo si Joel Saracho, bonus points. Pero syempre, hindi din hopefully, hindi rin other yung pyesa na pang theater community lang siya. Hopefully, ano pa rin siya, representation pa rin and meta pa rin yung theater process dun sa gusto namin mensahe dun sa mga manonood. So, kumbaga parang may konting nuancing, context clues. Yun po.
The surface of the text, I mean, the surface of the text is supposed to really have the fun in them, di ba? Yung parang walang tumanda, o kailangan matanda. So it's actually outward siya, you don't need the reference, di ba? To those who know the references, then you will get what we're talking about. So, kumbaga, basic na ginawa namin is kailangan yung script, yung text mismo is, you get it, you get the rhythm, di ba? We're talking about theater, about Facebook, pagyabang. So the surface text already contains the humor and the message. Yung mga references lang na yun, na naghubad si Andoy Ranay sa Duda Doubt na film, at saka yung kanilang pelikula aming mga madula sa UP, nangyayari yun. So I think those things will be the extra layer of information and delight.
Suggestion po sa marketing, baka po sa program, pwede tayong may glossary of terms. May picture po ni Joel Saracho.
Mayroon QR code para online na to.
Sige po, wag na.
Parang siya ngayon, na-mention siya ngayon.
Ask ko lang po, can you give us a tease po or describe po kung paano po kami uugain ni Uge and the rest of the cast po for this fourth franchise? Thank you po.
Ako ang sasagot? Oh my God, paano ka ba uugain? Halika dito, ugain kita. Okay, as a theater practitioner, like I do theater like every 6 years, or last year I did Into the Woods. So every year is every chance I get to play in the theater is totally different. Like for this particular show, when we talk about Philippine theater, we're not joking. We are serious. So we're going to show you how to be a theater person. So everybody is required to be a triple threat. We're gonna sing, we're gonna dance, we're gonna act, we're fighting, we're making you laugh, we're making you cry. And most of all, you get out of the theater a little smarter, and a little prouder, and a little more nationalistic.
But also when I finally read the script, parang hindi din ako yun. So it was also a version of myself. So parang may pagka-hyper-realistic din. Kung kunwari, I would say Madam President Melvin Lee, I won't really necessarily joke to Melvin like that. Pero kailangan kong sakyan yung ganong persona in a way. But obviously, there's parts of me that is part of that, take doon sa Joshua, doon sa play.
I guess we're playing some archetypes in the theater. So, hindi naman talaga kami, di ba? So, merong character sa theater na head of a company na nagpo-produce din, may gano'n. Merong guest artist, merong writer, gano'n. So, we represent certain archetype. So, yun gano'n. So, pero, kung mapapansin mo, hindi naman kami ganyan mag-uusap din sa totoong buhay, di ba? Yung gano'n. Oo, ganun malakas ang boses na parang, Diyos ko, na parang, di ba? So, yun.
Saka hindi naman ako ganito magdamit.
Hindi naman kayo magkikita na well-coordinated ang aming mga outfit. Sabi ni Gino, gray and the black daw ang tone. Diba? Yung ganon. So yung pag, yes, yung merong reference, totoo na, may totoong tao na JC, Joshua, Melvin, Marlon, so on and so forth. Pero we represent an archetype. Yan.
I think that's what's interesting about directing this is because yun na nga, I've never done, people playing themselves. So that's interesting, di ba? Where is you and where does that end? Because I think at the end of the day, yun na nga, archetypes, they're characters and we'd like to represent certain types of It shouldn't land, I mean, the whole play actually, it's not about just us making what's this, turning off, we want to be able to raise the ideas of theater and to a larger and more, a larger context, diba? About society, about people there. When you do a rehearsal and we're part of a production, if you look at what's happening, it's really a microcosm of Philippine society. And when we're all those representations of the different types of people who come together to do a production, it's almost like looking at a microcosm of Philippine society. It is. So I think that's what we want to do. It's not just about us saying, look at us, we're about the theater. It's really hopefully raising it to larger ideas. Yung parang ganon. So, and I think there will be different readings to display. It will be different readings, you may like it or you may not. Pero magkakaroon ng mga iba't ibang readings sa play. Kasi napaka-interesting. Itong panahon ng golden age of theater is really quite interesting, di ba? Galing sa pandemya, tapos all of a sudden nag-boom, everybody's, coming, the ticket prices are so high, but people are buying. I mean, we've been doing this for a long time. We still ask ourselves, ano nangyari yun? Bakit, di ba? I mean, we're happy, but at the same time, it also has its own sets of challenges and problems. So, maybe it's also a cautionary tale about just because we're in our golden age doesn't mean everything's okay. Diba? We also really have to keep on reflecting and seeing ourselves in larger context, in even a smaller context like a production, so that we keep on growing, we don't stagnate, and hopefully we get better. Kasi we have been so blessed. I always see during the pandemic, ang tawag sa amin, non-essential, diba? So non-essential, the arts were like, and then all of a sudden, we became, that focus, that important. So para for me, it's a gift, and I want to be able to keep on, so that it continues. It's so rich. Isa pa ang maganda rin dito, yung intergenerational quality nito. Diba? We have really young members. We have guests, senior guest artists and our own artists. So yung intergenerational learning din, that's also really important. And we shouldn't be afraid to poke fun at ourselves. I mean, I think yung self-reflexive, we have to be able to look at ourselves and also be able to laugh and criticize ourselves in public. I mean, some of the lines are yung, Rock of Ages na naman, musical na naman. Alam mo naman sinasabi yung lahat yun, di ba? Huwag tayong pokrito, okay? Alam naman namin kung ano yung mga pinikritik nyo behind and in front of our faces. But that's cool, because what we have now is a lively scene, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Tapos, even the choice of the kahapon yun at bukas, ni Tolentino, that's a very important choice done for this production. Because kung babasahin niyo siya, kung isa siyang katipunero, na nag-stage siya ng mga play, na hinuhuli sila ng police, kasi ito sa seditious yung ginawa nila, diba? Yung ganung klaseng, it should remind us that theater has always been in the forefront of protest. Has always been that. The creative, the pen, the word, yung pagdula, nagkarugtungan yung dalawa, diba? Sabi ni Ma'am Gles, diba? Yung talinghaga, yung taling may hiwaga na nagko-connect sa katotohanan at saka sa ginagawa sa entablado. Kasi si Tolentino noon, biglang bawal kasi mag-present ng Philippine flag nung panahon na yun, yung American time na yun, diba? Gagawin nila, naka-costume, magdidikit-dikit, ay naging flag. Tapos pala dyan yung police, mag-iwahiwalay na ganyan, diba? Kasi it was really seditious, diba? So, we were hoping that you those would go deeper into the work of Kakabon yan bukas. Hindi siya type actually in real life, diba? Pero it's a critical input in this septic tank 4. Kasi that is a seditious play, and this is what we're trying to challenge. I think kakilala kami ni Maribel tsaka ni Narvin with the theater board, and we've always wanted before, Maribel, ano ba yung gagawin natin? Kakul ages na naman, diba? Kumikita, diba? Kaya sinabi ko, remember sustainability, totoo po yun. It sustains us, diba? It sustains us. All we call is tentpole productions. And in the past 3 years, there's so many plays, so many beautiful plays, diba? Sabay-sabay, sunod-sunod, Seri, Rodriguez, Circuit, lahat-lahat. But also we're afraid, diba? Because this is a boom, it could bust, right? I mean, how far can you supply, how much can you throw into the market? Eventually, that market will, of course, collapse, diba? Of course, PET has been here for the last 59 years. So, 60 years na po, diba? So, it's really how to sustain the work. And PETA, I'm really proud to be part of PETA, that we still continue to do original work. Because I think it's in the original work that really we're able to push the idea. And hopefully, itong septic tank na ito at ang Tagalawit ay makakagising sa ating lahat. I mean, come on, it's, kailangan talaga tayo, sabi ni Maribel, di ba, humor direct, di ba? It has to be humor, because it's the only way for us to confront. Ang Pilipino mahilig sa ganun, di ba? Kailangan magpatawa, marami, bukas ang mata. Eh, lang talaga yun, di ba? Kasi kung malungkot ito, wala magagana. Di ba? Yeah. Kasi yung fan service, napaka-quality lang naman talaga. I mean, they're really, talagang sobrang small lang yun. Yung like, acting in my book, diba? Kasama yun. But it's not really that. And of course, yun naman the surprise, right? At the end of, the question is, how will she get shit on herself, diba? So, yun ang naman ang dalawang talagang stable reference points. But, I mean, anyone who's, I mean, even if we haven't seen this in 2011, the first one, if you're a young theater person, you can still relate to the ideas of puro na musical na naman, di ba? Hubarang, yes. Si Kako pa nag-direct mo. Dito pa ginawa. So you can relate. I think all the generations can relate. The fan service really is just Miss Eugene Domingo, and there are about 2 points in the whole franchise. Remember, Miss Eugene Domingo has played herself so many times. I think of any actor in the Philippines. So, Miss Eugene Domingo ka na, di ba? As herself. So, may mga only konting errors. I guess, yun ang lagi namin pinag-usapan ni Chris. The understanding should be universal on the text level. On the subtext and referential level, yes, you might get some of them if you're a fan or if you've seen the whole thing. But what you should take care of is the key message, di ba? Yung logic, di ba? And then the little magic will be sprinkled. But it has to work for the people who are now. Kasi, hindi naman to para sa matatanda lamang, di ba? Yung mga kabataan. Sila pong apat ito. It's not about the old material. It's not even old material. I mean, it's really just the franchise. That's why I love Septic, because it's a franchise. The idea is almost like a meme. Meme na siya, di ba? Meme na yung Septic tank. Yun. So, hindi naman siya punong-puno ng fan service. Promo namin to Mark. Kung niyo kung saan at paano, di ba? Kasi lagi naman may ganun, di ba? I think we know what's gonna happen, right? The question is always, but how will it happen?
50
In
times.
the West Philippine Sea.
50 times siya.
Yes! Di ba? Yes!
Congratulations, ikaw na.
Parang excited kayo mga.
Kasi nakakaganti na kami finally.
Sa present state na nandito tayo at ang daming nangyayari
Okay. Siguro,
Yeah.
Salamat po.
Ikaw muna. Sige, gusto mo ko na
Sige.
Baka more than answering that, hopefully the play will ask na saan natin dadalhin yung teatrong meron tayo bilang mga Pilipino, as paano pa siya mag-expand. So, we will not promise that we will answer that question, but definitely we will ask different questions about it. And hopefully, as a community with audience and mga performers, matanong natin yun at yun yung mga mag-inform dun sa mga actions natin, whether we're actors, we're creators, we're reviewers, or we are audience. So, hopefully mag-start siya ng gano'n. Ay, at least yun lang yung hopefully ma-explore namin dun sa dula. Yun po muna sa akin. Kuya Melvin.
siguro dagdag lang. We will not prescribe. No? Dahil I think each theater company should answer that question. And the theater community should define the direction of Philippine theater. It is not monopolized. It should not be monopolized by one theater company. One theater company can pioneer the discussion or the conversation, but we need to define. I mean, each company meron silang kanya-kanyang VMG, di ba? So, pero kung titignan mo yung pangkalahatang estado at direksyon ng dulaan sa Pilipinas, kailangan nating mag-usap-usap at panindigan at mag-i-articulate kung ano ba nga ba, kung saan nga ba natin ito dadalhin. And I think isa rin magandang, kaya din magandang PETA yung magproproduce nito at magsisimula ng conversation. Bilang, yun na nga, magsi 60 years old na siya, yung gano'n, no? So kailan nandoon na siya sa phase na, ano pa ba ang pwedeng gawin? Ano ba ang maganda pang i-pursue at talagang i-benchmark na maging role ng theater, no, in society, in nation building, no, yung gano'n. Kasi maraming iba-iba naman tayo. Kung kakausapin niyo yung mga iba't ibang theater companies, iba-iba sila ng dahilan kung bakit sila nag-exist. Bakit sila nabuo, di ba? Yung gano'n. So, yun. And I think, dahil magsisiksi na rin kami, magandang, pag-usapan natin. Kami na siguro ang mamuno, magsimula ng pag-uusap. No? Yung gano'n. Yun. I hope we answered your question, Tita Mads.
Yeah.
So, Mads, I think what's critical now is, of course, mayroong role pa rin theater sa lipunan, pagbabago, di ba? What's critical about audience development. It's critical. The success we're seeing right now did not come from out of nowhere. We used to have, it's called curriculum repertoire, di ba? Yung kailangan ulit pili, kailangan panoorin nito, di ba? So, nire-recommend siya ng mga eskwelahan. Nauubos na rin yung negosyo yun, di ba? Hindi na, dati kasi require ito, mag-boost din dati yung mga estudyante, di ba? Para manood. Wala na rin yan, di ba? So, the audience development came from so many places. Even huling El Bimbo, kahit sabihin natin na parang, ay, ano ba yan? First time makapaglang ng musical. But yes, those people saw it for the first time. So they brought in new audiences, di ba? Into theater. The same way as here, di ba? Yung Ben and Ben, yung One More Chance, di ba? Ang dami doon dumating na mga hindi pa nakapanood ng first time manood ng theater, di ba? So the point is, however we bring them in, however we get to them, the point is to grow the community as much as we can. Kung there's no way out of this. There's no way out of this. Mauubos ang merkado, pero habang may kakampi at mayroong pwedeng manood, kailangang lumabas tayo palabas ng palabas. Kasi otherwise, it'll die. I mean, we're seeing it in films, right? I mean, that slow departure of the audience. Audience development has to be a priority. I mean, we're not prescribing, but for me, as someone who also works in the Film Development Council, it has to be development for the audience. Kailangan may manood tayo ng bagong lente. Hindi kailangan lahat ay nanggaling sa labas. You get what I'm saying? Hindi kailangan ng franchise para sumikat. Napatunayan naman, di ba? Bar Boys. Napatunayan na ng lahat na pwede tayong gumawa ng sa atin. At it's not about global, it's not about that discussion. That conversation is dead. About that global reference, kailangan ang Broadway. Wala nang ganun, di ba? Kailangan gumawa tayo ng sarili nating audience at sariling identity. And I think every theater has one. And I think we should just start the conversation, di ba? Kayo mga matanda.
Kasi dahil nga tailor fit or based na sa interview kay Chris Martinez, based sa interviews with them, at saka dun sa architect na represent yung pyesa. So, halimbawa, nung si Mean na yung cast doon, alam niya na artist teacher si Mean, alam niyang nag-i-intimacy coordinator si Mean. So, naka-tailor fit, let's say yun, doon sa track niya bilang character doon sa play. So, ibig sabihin, kaya ang hirap kung halimbawa may alternate si Mean. Kasi mag-iiba uli yung track, di ba? So, kaya din, kumbaga irreplaceable, di ba, si Miss Mean Espinosa. So, ganun siya. So, for practicality and given the time and also to honor din the work, talagang isang set yung napiling characters dun sa lead parts. For the rerun and other parts, it depends on the demand or the schedule or the need for it to be rerun. So, pero definitely, hopefully dun sa 50 shows, feeling ko maraming shows yun. Sana po mapanood natin yung doon lang aming i-offer sa theater community. Tita Maribel.
I mean, basically, they're playing themselves, so you can't get them alternates, di ba? Unless you have double cameras running around.
Double script din
Yeah,
siya.
yeah. So, yun yung basic. That's why, you know, and it's really gonna just be 50 shows, guys. Hindi yung parang naging coconut kami dito, no? Because Uge is also quite busy and everybody else is, no? So, yun talagang na-set na time. So, kung magkakaroon ng, I mean, that's not within the year at all. We're really just set with 50.
Yes, 50. And also because ang babae ng septic tank doesn't stay in just one place, you know. Eventually, after theater, babae sa septic tank will explore another medium, another world. So, please take advantage of ang babae sa septic tank on stage. Take
Guys,
advantage.
hindi showbiz, hanggang 50 lang po.
I think nakaka-pressure to. I have two questions. So, nang una po, since wala si Sir Chris Martinez, I think si Chang, because it's 50 shows. It's 50 shows and in the truest PETA tradition. Ang daming pwedeng mangyari sa 50 shows. So, ang gusto ko pong itanong ay meron bang space doon sa script wherein it's going to be updated in a way or how paano natin i-reflect yun, because again the show is a reflection of Philippine theater and where is it heading. So yun po yung unang tanong. Sige po, sagutin niyo naman po muna.
You've been also a collaborator for PETA Productions, and since contemporary or new work lagi yung place na ginagawa natin, lagi siyang na-update. Lalo na tong septic tank, though may nagawa ng draft kung saan yung tungtungan namin. Buhay yung teatro, ngayon parang patuloy pa siya nabubuhay. So hopefully magkaroon din dahil sa collaboration din ng mga actors na paparating na yung rehearsals, mapapalamnan pa yun, mas magiging mas seasoning pa, lalagyan pa ng seasoning. And also, dahil din 50 shows yun, at may mga nangyayari din sa live theater, we hope that it also becomes a platform where we could also ipasok din namin yung mga ganong klaseng issues or ma-double namin. Pero syempre, kailangan din namin maging responsible bilang isang theater company na handling that kind of play. Para din namin mapapasok or ma-accommodate yung iba't ibang issue sa teatro at sa lipunan natin na may pag-aalaga at meron ding accountability. So kailangan din namin maging mindful and careful din. Pero definitely, hopefully, maging updated siya para mas relatable siya sa community. Tita Maribel?
I mean, you know, comedy, right? It's also something that you have to, if it doesn't work, you have to change it, diba? So we'll see. And ang PETA naman ay sanay na mag-devise, mag-improvise and stuff like that. And so are the rest of the actors. Pero hindi naman yung buong script. Pero kung meron kailangan ay update, kung meron kailangan mas workable, and in the process, what's this, pakita natin na, oh, this works. I'm sure we're open to that, diba? But of course, at the same time, we have to have the discipline to repeat that, hindi naman pwede araw-araw dinidevise namin yung work.
Yung second question po, I think kanina ang big na ng discussion about yung theater, and ang tawag dito saan natin dadalhin and all. I think ang question ko po ay, with all of these things, with all of these big discussions, and with all the things that is happening like right now, and again with Babae sa Septic Tank as ano tawag dito, a platform or as a conversation starter. Ang tanong ko po ay, bakit ang Babae sa Septic Tank yung naisip for this? I think as theater makers, lagi natin tinatanong, why do we do these shows? What's the reason why are we doing a certain show? And I think in terms of value, alam natin yung value ng ang Babae sa Septic Tank, pero I'd like to know the why Babae sa Septic Tank, and yun, kung paano niya mas maipupush at madadala kung saan man natin gustong dalhin yung discussion na i-start nitong production na ito. Anyone can answer? Miss Ate Ugel, you can answer.
Kasi kung Kimidora, hindi ba? Saka ang hirap, dalawa.
Una, hindi naman, sana oil prices, diba, tsaka gera, pero wala pa naman yung napag-isipan ito. But I think Septic has always been that kind of a material as a franchise, diba? Independent cinema, poverty porn, the proliferation of rom-coms. So, and then of course, historical revisionism for the series, yung naging series na yun. So it's always been, ang posture lagi ng Septic Tank is yung mapapansin, alam mo gano'n, yung mapanglait minsan, di ba? So I think it's a good vehicle, it's an appropriate material to interrogate whatever we need to interrogate right now. Diba? So, kung anong uso, doon naman kami tumitila talaga ni Chris, di ba? So, it's about Philippine theater, and it's really, I have never seen Philippine theater this alive. Ito yung matatanda dito. Di ba wala, ang tagal na, di ba? Ang tagal na. So, ito, I think, Septic is a good vehicle for this. Also because I think we're also insiders. I mean, okay, is of course, DUP, di ba? So, lahat kami insiders. So, parang hindi siya ganun na namumuna ng tagalabas. Kasi lahat naman tayo insider dito, di ba? I mean, lahat naman tayo nasa ibang teatro. So, I think it's a good, those two things, I think, the DNA of Septic Tank and the others that we're all in this together, sabi nga na, High School Musical, di ba? So, I think it's just appropriate. It's really just appropriate to do this right now.
Just to add then, from PETA, well, aside from it was pitched by the Marketing and Publicity Department of PETA, because it was initially thought of, because ano ba yung mga na-feature yung PETA ensemble dun sa mga plays, and Babae sa Septic 1, they featured PETA as an ensemble. And then when we got it, parang instead of just adapting or parang remaking, even the title itself, parang, magandang opportunity to kasi lahat ng Septic Tank franchise ay may ini-interrogate na mga industriya, mga forms and art forms. So naging parang opportunity rin siya na, okay, mag-60 years na yung PETA, golden age ng Philippine theater, gamitin din natin na parang baka it's time na ilagay natin sa Septic Tank tayo bilang isang art community or theater community. And that means i-antiseptic siya, lilinisin, paghihiwalayin kung ano ang madumi sa ganito. So may self-reflexivity tsaka pag-critique. And it was also because PETA is doing a narrative change program, meaning we're using theater to interrogate the narratives that's controlling us as a society. So I think it's a very apt opportunity na sa title pa lang ng Septic Tank, kung saan nilalagay natin ang ating sarili at yung komunidad na bahagi tayo. Magandang, yung Septic Tank is a great choice to be done as a play for PETA this season. So I hope I answered your question.
Congratulations.
Salamat, Becky.
Thank you po. And that wraps up our Q&A. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga tanong ninyo and for being with us today. No? Yeah.